All right, in this video, we're going to talk about the dashboard and how to navigate through the dashboard. So most of your stuff and most of the data you're going to get is right off of the dashboard. So when you log into the system, that'll be the screen that comes up. So first and foremost, up top here, if you are in the Pro version, you're going to get some agent intelligence. It's a AI-powered actionable insights about your numbers, about your ratios, your skills, and things like that. So basically, the AI is going to, a couple of times a day, give you a message based on your numbers that's going to tell you what's going on. It's going to tell you how you're trending, whether you're trending up, whether you're trending down, what you could do to improve certain ratios. Right now, it's still in beta testing, so it's going to get better over time. But basically, it's going to look at your numbers and tell you what is going on and give you some insights, maybe some things that you might overlook. Right, so that's a great thing to pay attention to, and that's going to be in our Pro plan. Now here, of course, you can toggle back and forth between seller numbers and buyer numbers. Some of you are going to be working sellers, some work buyers, some work both. So from here, you'll be able to switch dashboard. You'll see all of this information changes based on whether you're looking at buyers or sellers. The second thing, major thing on here is the date range. So from here, you're able to toggle and switch for today's numbers, this week's numbers, month to date, and then year to date. So that'll change these 6 main numbers up here. It'll change this screen as well. This is not going to change. This is not going to change. So from here, you can also choose what area, what category you want to look at, because this is a good place to look and see any trends. So contacts, you can switch to emails taken. You could tell by month if your numbers have been going up. This is obviously still fairly new account, so you're not going to see. But can you imagine if you had all the last 12 months, and then you could see whether you're trending down or trending up? And then the same thing, you could switch every one of these categories, even amount of time spent prospecting per month. So you can switch each one of those. Here it's going to show you your estimated earnings per day worked. This is a great number. Now you have to have put in a number in your settings, okay, how much you make per average check, and you have to tell the system what percentage of your listings actually close. And same thing on the buyer side. If you do that, it'll take the number of days that you've worked, and it'll calculate how much you make on average per day worked. Now, I only count a day worked is if you actually made at least one contact that day. So if you're generating, talking to people, that will count, the system will count that as a day worked if you plug in the number. If you don't plug in the number that day, I don't count it as a day worked. That's a whole nother conversation that we can have on the coaching side of this. But to me, if you're not generating, the day did not count as a day worked. So I can go on 5 appointments that day, take 4 listings. If I didn't generate new business by talking to a new contact, it is not a day worked. So keep that in mind when it comes to calculating this number. Same thing with earnings per contact. This is a big number here in knowing and keeping you motivated that, hey, you know, I make this much per every single contact regardless of what the outcome is. Again, this is based on averages. So that's more motivation for me to get on the phone and make another call when I don't feel like making calls. Contacts per hour, appointments per hour, contacts per day on average, appointments per day on average that you make. Here is going to be your monthly goals. So this is based on the 5 numbers that you input in settings for your monthly goal. And here it shows you how far on track you are to hit the goal for the month for contacts, emails, appointments set, listings taken, and closed transactions. So this will be based on whatever you inputted into settings. And then, of course, the important stuff as we scroll to the bottom. Over here, all your ratios. This is month to date, and then all your ratios year to date. And then we're going to have a whole nother conversation about what these ratios are. I'll make some videos on what they mean and how you can improve them. So these down here are not going to change, okay? They'll change, of course, if you switch buyers, and then it'll show you different numbers. I don't have any buyer data in here, so it shows all zeros. But it is month to date. There's no change in that, and it is year to date. There's no changing that.